everybody? Thanks for tuning in to Checkerboard here. So today I'm going to be discussing my take on the most recent World of Warcraft expansion, Legion. Um, it was just released a couple of days ago. Today is Thursday, September 1st. It was released at midnight Pacific time, I believe, on the 30th. So it's been out for about 2 days. Already people at 110. Like you got, hardcore guys that have just been up nonstop grinding it out, got to 110, getting gear and all that. I've been kind of just taking my time with it, enjoying it, and really trying to immerse myself in it. And I do have to say that out of I've played since Classic. I started probably about six to 8 months after the release of Vanilla, and I've played through every single expansion. I took a little bit of a break when my son was born, about 8 months, 7.5 years ago, um, right before Wrath dropped. Um, but that's about it. I've been playing straight through ever since then. And I have to say that out of every single expansion that Blizzard has unleashed for the World of Warcraft series, they've always had a problem, or there's tons of server lag, disconnection issues, and you got ganking issues. I mean, they have literally ironed out just about every single problem that I can think of that a player might have while they're trying to get get themselves rolling in the new expansion. You know, you don't have an NPC being surrounded by 30,000 people, except for now you can do that, but like a quest NPC or a vendor that's you get the trolls that like to get on their most ridiculously oversized mount possible, and then use like a world shrinker and the Vrykul helmet or whatever, or the Vrykul horn, and make themselves gigantic, and you'll have about 30 of them, and they'll just crowd around an NPC, which yeah, is it a massive pain in the ass? Yeah. Is it against the rules? No. So you kind of just have to deal with it. That's the nature of being in an online game. You got people that have respect. You got people that are complete douche nozzles, and that's just the way it is. Nothing you can do about it. But Blizzard has done something about it. They made it to where you can actually click through all these players and actually just talk to the NPC. They stand out with a glow on them and everything, so you don't have to show the friendly health bars and try to sift through or do a slash target macro for the NPC or any of that jazz. You just click it and go. So this way, it not only does it eliminate the need to have to do all that tedious stuff, or discourage people from even bothering with it when it unleashes, or when they unveil the new expansions, or anything for that matter. But it also discourages the trolls from even doing that to begin with, because it's like, no, what's the point? It's not like I'm blocking anything. I'm not able to stop somebody from doing what they want to do in the game. So, they definitely ironed that out. They worked out the phasing issues that they've had with trying to experiment with that type of stuff, and they've gotten a lot of the beginning quests phased so that you're not getting lagged out by all the people that are at the same exact pace as you. You don't have 100 other players or more in one clustered up area trying to do the same quest you're doing. So it phases you until because everybody goes at their own pace. I mean, somebody go, I just got done saying you got people that are already 110, and like me, I'm like 103, I think. But anyway, everybody goes at the pace they want to go at. I'm not in a huge hurry to get any sort of server first. That's not my thing. But to each their own. I don't judge anybody for it. But it just, they really have ironed it out. And I honestly have to say, out of every expansion, whether it be, Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, Cataclysm, Pandaria, Warlords of Draenor, or finally Legion, out of every single expansion, this has been by far, the smoothest expansion that they've had in the game. Completely. I mean, they really have ironed out probably a good 90% of the problems or grievances that any player has had. I mean, I haven't personally seen any other videos of any other players or any other YouTube personalities that have that have had a reaction to this particular expansion release, but I wouldn't doubt that if they're all saying relatively the same thing. I mean, the only thing that I could think of that would make it a little bit better is, like, and this is something that I've always thought is if, when, for people that don't know about or don't use questing add-ons, if the, the quest itself was a little more in depth for people who didn't know exactly what they were looking for. I mean, I played in the beta, so I've got kind of an idea. Well, about halfway through, about the 105, I kind of, messed around a little bit. I didn't want too many spoilers. I don't like spoilers. I like to, have the reaction when it's live. So, but in any case, it's definitely gotten a full revamp. I mean, the gameplay itself is great. It doesn't look as cartoony. It's a lot more fluid. The classes play a lot better. I think that they're not as clunky. Um, the quests seem to go together very well. The only other thing that I think that I would do a little bit of improvement upon is with this new expansion with all the little treasures that you have to get. They have like sometimes they have like BOEs in them. Most of the time they have little trinkets that you can increase your artifact power for your artifact weapon. So you got your artifact weapon that which is another thing that's amazing. I'm not even going to go into that right now because there's just that's a whole other can of worms. I'll save for another video. But yeah, it's definitely nice that they put these little things out there. I mean, you can still get them from quests and different things like that. But the artifact power that you do get from these little treasure chests helps you to advance your weapon a lot faster. So that gives you an edge. And again, without any add-on, it's you're not going to find them all. So I wish they were maybe a little easier to spot or to get to. Some of them are going to be tough to get to, and that's the point. But at least kind of, I don't know, maybe like there's one quest in High Mountain, or not quest, but like rare spawns where there's these little signs that they have like definitely not a trap. If you're rich, click here. It's got like little like obviously it's a trap. But it's just like comedically leading you to open this chest inside the cave. As soon as you do, it spawns a bunch of rare NPCs. You kill them and then they drop stuff, and they drop artifact power too. 25, 30 artifact power, whatever it is. And you power up your weapon. You can do a certain amount, and you unlock another trait for your weapon, which is really cool. Also, it helps with the customization too, so that's another cool thing that they did. But yeah, I mean, really, the only two things is just make make those type of items a little bit easier to find or get to, rather. And the other thing would just be like quests. Just make it a little, maybe the wording. I mean, they've already dumbed the game down so much. I don't personally understand where people would have a big issue, but everybody understands things differently, so you never know. But in any case, that's my opinion as far as thus far anyway. I mean, I'm like, it's only 2 days in, so I'm not gonna put too much stock into it yet, because I gotta be honest with you, Blizzard. The last two expansions they've definitely left me wanting more. I've definitely it definitely had something left something to be desired, to put it another way, because they felt like they weren't whole. They just didn't have as much put into it as the first few expansions. And I know it's not easy to try to cater to the masses, because you got people that for example they like Raid Finder. I personally despise it. I won't go in there. You got people who love Battlegrounds, people that hate them. So there's and trying to balance all that out probably it's a pain in the ass. But at the end of the day, they from what I can tell with Legion, they've worked out the kinks with a lot of these issues, and the best advice I can give you guys is, if you haven't tried it yet or you're skeptical about it, go in, get the expansion. You won't be disappointed thus far, I'll tell you that much. And I mean, worst case scenario, you play it for a couple of months and it doesn't deliver on exactly what you were hoping. You just unsub and you're done. I mean, you're not hurting anything, but it's definitely worth the money to try it out and start it at least. Um, but yeah, I would definitely, and that's really the only way that you're going to be able to get the experience for yourself. Um, Great expansion, probably the best expansion that they've unveiled so far. So, if you like the video, guys, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and by all means, if you want to leave some comments in the comment section, good or bad, I always try to respond as best I can. But yeah, definitely. Look forward to seeing you guys at Legion, and thank you again for watching the video. Take care.